Okay, doing the bricks for the background of the wall, you can use some of the collage, so cut those down to size and don't just keep them straight. Bricks won't be totally straight, so you can just agitate the edge a little bit, put some cracks and things around it and stick those on. But it'll be hard to do the whole thing, and actually quite effective, I think, to do some of it by hand as well. So when you're drawing them, just make sure you alternate them so you have them slightly overlapping like this with the cement in between. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a few on quickly like this, and going behind your writing, so the writing's almost spray painted on top. Okay, so you've drawn them out, and then you want to, just like when you're doing a collage, change the outline shape of it. So you can do some thick lines, thin lines, a little bit of cross hatch as well to make it look kind of rugged and textured. Maybe a little bit of stippling too, some dots going in there. So cross hatch, thick thin line. Think about the direction of the line, the pressure you put on the pencil, and some stippling. Once you're happy with it, you can use some fine line pen as well if you want to, just to define it, give it some range of tone. And then you can use the coloured pencils. So you're not going to use just one shade of brown. You can use a pale brown, dark brown, and maybe even a bit of yellow to lighten it. So just get a few colours out ready. One's blunt. Okay, and then here we go. So we're going to blend it just like you would with coloured pencil. It's pushing down hard, overlapping the colours. So you obviously don't have yellow bricks, but if you blend it with a bit of orange and brown, you get a different shade of that colour, a more of a tan kind of colour. So we're going to work into those. Now you don't have to totally colour it with coloured pencil. You can make this quite a mixed media piece. Don't forget about the cement as well, actually, in between, so you can work into that. Go back to your fine liner to define it a bit. You can also use some watercolour. So ready for that, I've got a thick brush and a thin brush in my watercolour box. And over the top, literally, of the coloured pencil, I'm going to just put some watercolour in. So using, because it's watercolour, you're obviously using the water as much as you are the paint. So you can drag it across and get these little tones. So I've got dry, wet on dry there, so it's kind of really stained the paper. And now it's nice and saturated, full of paint. I'm going to mix a little bit of darker brown and just let it kind of, we call it kind of bleeding in, like putting a little paint and dragging it down to fill in the shadows and things. So there's one brick done. I'll probably leave that to dry and not paint the cement because it's going to all kind of bleed out, and I don't want that. I want some definition. I'll just start working on the next brick. So same thing, some rendering, change outline shape, put some stippling, put some cross hatch, define with a fine line pen. Okay.